So let's start with number one. You are a socialist. What does that mean?
Bernard Sanders of Burlington, Vermont. How does a socialist like yourself keep winning elections?
But unfortunately, you know, socialists, and you're one of those, want the government to run the economy.
I'm a democratic socialist, yeah.
Mr. Sanders.
Hello.
I believe that you were introduced as a socialist.
Describe yourself as a democratic socialist, and that is, some would say, a dangerous thing politically to describe you as.
These people are socialists, and they are always just like in Russia, and communism is dead. I don't understand how you can apply it to a city.
You ever belonged to the Communist Party?
No, I haven't.
Thank you.
But the thing is, for socialism, whether it's Nazi socialism or communist socialism, for that to exist, the Bill of Rights and the Constitution of the United States have to be done away with.
It has to do with an extraordinary ignorance in this country in terms of the difference between communism and socialism. Right? Socialism is not communism. But what people like this gentleman do not know is, for example, that in Scandinavia, in Sweden, you've had socialist governments for decades, that in fact that country is probably, in most respects, more democratic than the United States.
Opportunity to describe what democratic socialism means. And what that means is you have countries like Denmark, Sweden, Norway, other European countries which have had social democratic governments and labor governments. And the result of that is, in those countries, health care is a right of all people. All people have health care as a right, where higher education is free, where they have a strong child care program, where they don't have the massive type of income and wealth inequality that we have in the United States of America. Young people can't afford to go to college. Tuition is free in many of those countries.
They have 80 or 90% of the people voting. They have strong labor unions. They have a more open media. They have a healthcare system guaranteeing healthcare to all of the people. Not to say that that's a utopia.
You would present it in a way that it isn't the government running the economy, that you might get a hearing on it. But and socialists want the government to run the economy.
One second. All right. First of all, let me agree with you and then disagree with you. If Teddy Roosevelt were alive today, Roosevelt, a good Republican, he would break up these huge financial institutions on Wall Street and a lot of other industries as well, because we have a huge concentration of ownership in this country that is very dangerous. Second point, as a democratic socialist, whose view is similar to many governments throughout Europe, no, I do not believe government should control everything. But I do believe that health care should be a right of all people. I do believe that college education should be affordable to all people. And I do believe that the United States Congress should not be by a handful of billionaires.
But that's a big government vision, and that's where you and I pretty much disagree.